I really can't recommend that store highly enough. A couple more visits and you'll find that the fur on your tail is silky smooth. A gorgeous tail like yours deserves lots of tender, loving care. Don't you agree?
No need. I'm not interested in that kind of thing.
You say that, but do I see your ears saying otherwise? Although your tail isn't professionally maintained, the fur doesn't look dry and coarse. To me, this says you like to take care of it. I'm also guessing that you like to curl up into a fetal position and hug your fluffy tail tight as you go off to sleep.
How do you know? Don't be ridiculous. I'm a high-ranking general of Watatsumi Island. How could I do such a thing?
Oh, it's okay. There's no need to be embarrassed. The desire to cuddle up to a soft tail while sleeping is quite natural.
Really? Wait, no. Why are we still on this topic? In fact, why am I even here talking about tails with you in the first place?
Why? Because you are blessed with a wonderful fluffy tail, that's why. I think it's very...
Ugh, I'm trapped. How do I get out of this? It's you! Oh, thank goodness. Please save me.
Oh, and how is my favorite little one doing, I didn't expect to meet you here. We were just talking about tails. Goro has a beautiful tail, don't you think? Doesn't it make you want to stroke it?
Hey, not you too.
Goro, now do you understand how appealing your tail is?
Pardon me. Lady Gucci, we have completed the matter you instructed us about previously. We have selected a very skilled artist to be in charge. I'm confident that the finished product will be to your satisfaction.
I'll take a look later, and if everything's in order, place it in front of the store. All right. I won't tease the two of you any further. Do make the most of your trip here, won't you? I wish you both a fun-filled time on Narukami.
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Could she be plotting something? Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here at Yae Publishing House is to buy some books for Her Excellency. Since Watatsumi Island signed a peace treaty with the shogunate, we've had much closer contact than we did before. I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I hadn't counted on running into her. I've interacted with her a few times before, but I can't say I've ever gotten used to it. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. The way she towers over me. I could probably deal with her in battle, but I don't know where to start when I run into her in normal life. You're right. I've heard Her Excellency say the same thing before. In any battle, you need to think about how to avoid your shortcomings. As long as I don't come into contact with Yae Miko, everything should be fine. Okay, whatever you think's best. Let's avoid Yae Publishing House for now. Actually, there's something else I have to sort out while I'm on Narukami Island. It's a personal matter. Back when we were fighting the Shogun's army at Nazuchi Beach, I had a box with me that contained some very important items. The odds were stacked against us that day, and the resistance was forced to retreat. I had to abandon the box, but I managed to quickly bury it first. I went back to collect it on this trip, but it turned out someone had already dug it up. So I asked around the area, and the locals said that apparently the Adventurers Guild had beaten me to it. That box is very important to me. I have to get it back from the Adventurers Guild. Would you mind coming along? Thank you so much. Let's head right over. Time is of the essence.
charge a higher rate to meet outside the office.
All right, let's head off.
Useless! Wreck of the flame! Boom boom!
Lament! Here! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Motion to compel!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Incinerate! Oz, reveal thyself!
Boring! Evil conquering!
I'm afraid that will be a little difficult. Don't worry. The item you are looking for is safe. The reason being, it is connected to a case involving the treasure hoarder.
That's strange. I buried that box there. What does it have to do with...
Allow me to explain. Not long ago, we received a commission concerning a theft by... The adventurer who accepted the commission followed their trail and heard that they had buried the treasure at... is hold all related items at the Adventurers Guild until such a time as we have caught the group of treasure hoarders in question. Then, we will see that all items are returned to their rightful owners.
I see. I never expected that other people would be burying things in the same place. Well, since these are the rules, I won't press you for it. But might I ask how the investigation is coming along?
This is where the difficulty arises. To date, we have still not been able to locate the hiding place of the treasure hoarders, so I'm afraid it still could take some time.
So there's no knowing when this will be resolved. Maybe I could help. I could find the treasure hoarders for you, and once you confirm everything is in order, you'll be able to return my box to me. It's very important to me.
That is... However, many adventurers... If the two of you are still interested in taking the case, you may have to devise an original...
Yes, it seems like the only sensible place to... With any luck, we might be able to find some clues there. Well, actually, since it's come up, what's the Komori Tea House? Well, obviously. Let's just go take a look.
Are you here to investigate the recent theft as well? We're grateful for the assistance. However, I'm afraid I don't have any more clues. It was Taromaru's #2 reserve fund that they stole. They struck by the time we realized. They left enough clues for us to retrieve the box. I've asked around many times, and there were no eyewitnesses at all. We're definitely dealing with experienced crooks here. Oh, Taromaru! What? How strange. I don't know what's gotten into Taromaru today.
He says he knows where the treasure hoarders are hiding. How can I describe it? It's like listening to a regional dialect. A lot of it goes over my head, but I can still get the general gist. Anyway, he says he was there at the scene of the crime. The treasure hoarders didn't see Taromaru as a threat, so he stayed and listened in on their whole conversation. Since there were so many of them and they were armed, Taromaru didn't dare to bark loudly, so he just had to let them go.
Oh, no wonder. Poor boy. He's been acting more anxious than usual lately and is always looking outside. And I thought he just wanted someone to take him for a walk.
Yes, that does sound like quite a predicament. Okay, I think I understand now. Taromaru says he heard the treasure hoarders conspiring to hide out at the beach directly below Tenchukaku. No one usually thinks to look there, and it's become something of a safe haven for treasure hoarders. He also mentioned that there were a gang of 5 people. The leader's name... Thank you, Taromaru. It must have been hard for you, knowing the details of the crime but not being able to communicate them. Don't you worry. We'll take care of everything from here. We will definitely get your belongings back. Let's go there in person. We might not have any troops with us, but between the two of us, we should be able to deal with the...
wonder when I'll be...
The headquarters of the Terrio Commission. Commoners are forbidden from entry.
Useless.
Shh. I think we're getting close. There's danger in the air. And something doesn't smell right. Be careful.
Another test.
Into the wind.
By royal decree. Yeah. Yeah.
Test subject. This is bizarre.
Boss, didn't you say that the most dangerous place is the safest place to hide?
Yeah, and I still maintain that I'm right in principle. Think how many days we've been here. No one else has come looking for us, have they? I can't believe we got caught. Just when the whole thing had nearly blown over. Hey, kid! Who the heck are you guys anyway?
We shouldn't waste any more time on these people. Life is tough in the Resistance, but none of our troops would ever think about laying a hand on the innocent civilians under their rule. You have things so much better here, and this is how you choose to live your life? It's pure selfishness. We should turn them over to the Adventurers Guild right away. Once their identities are confirmed, they'll get the punishment they deserve.
Please, show a little mercy. We'll give you half of everything we've saved up over the years. If you're willing to turn a blind eye on this...
That's enough! Tie them up and take them away. Oh, come to think of it, this is not a military camp, so there's no need for me to be so heavy-handed. But thieves still have to be punished. Let's escort them back.
I am pleased to confirm that these are indeed the individuals who stole from Komori Tea House. I didn't expect you to catch them so quickly, especially with no new leads to explore. In accordance with the rules, now that we have procured an oral confession from the treasure hoarders and verified the list of stolen items, we can now return the box to you. Here, please take it.
Thank goodness. Well, let me think. The contents of the box don't belong here. They belong on Watatsu. So,
Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Here!
1, 2, 3. Yes, it looks like they're all here. Some personal items that once belonged. Water bottles, towels, knee guards. We all knew going into that battle that the odds of survival were slim. Many of the soldiers came to me and said they wanted to leave something behind as a keep. You see, their swords and polearms broke in battle. Their damaged armor wouldn't have been easy to carry. And many of them, in the end, all they could leave to their families were these ordinary items. Artifacts of their daily lives. My soldiers trusted me, but I failed to lead them to victory that day. Then they trusted me with these, and instead of honoring their last wishes right away, I had to hastily bury them. Every time something like this happens, I tell myself that by the next time I'm faced with the same situation, I have to be stronger. Yeah, but right now, let me just mourn them for a little while longer.
Those memories. So dark. damned will sooner die.
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end. Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here at Yae Publishing House is to buy some books for Her Excellency. Since Watatsumi Island signed a peace treaty with the shogunate, I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. I could probably deal with her in battle, but I don't know where to start when I... Really? That would be great. To be honest, this is something that's always worried me. If the soldiers ever saw me in this kind of embarrassing situation, so I have to overcome it. As soon as I've worked through this, let's go take on Yae Miko again. First things first, though. Do you have any ideas on where to begin? I see. So if you pretend to be someone like her, I can keep practicing on you. If I can get the better of you, then I'll be able to hold my own when similar situations come up in the future. Good plan. Let's see. Where should we start? Now that you mention it, I remember having a similar experience back on Watatsumi Island. I was with my subordinates at the time. We ran into a merchant, I got caught up talking to them, and I don't quite know what happened, but I ended up buying a lot of things from them. I think we can give it a try. There's an island called Rito nearby. Why don't we go there? I heard all the Outlander merchants are based there, so it might help to create the right atmosphere. So this is Rito. Although it looks slightly gloomy, it feels very peaceful here. I don't see any Tenryo Commission soldiers roaming the streets. Okay, let's get started. I'll be me, and you be a shrewd and savvy businesswoman. Hi. Hi. So, a lot of the soldiers have been complaining about a shortage of blankets recently. So, 10 blankets, please? Okay, I'll settle the check right away. The price seems pretty cheap to me, in which case, no need to haggle, right? I think that's still not too bad. Is that supposed to be really expensive? I'm sorry. In the past, Her Excellency has always handled procurement of military supplies. I don't know the specific prices of these items, so I never really know how to respond. This won't get us anywhere. I have to haggle to give you the chance to use your wily tricks on me. What do we do now? Something I'm more interested in? Maybe, cake? That's so expensive. I know what a fair price is when it comes to cake. Wait a sec. If you think about this from another angle, a cake that costs 100,000 more per... Oh, let me see. I've been saving up recently. I think I should have enough. So, there isn't really a kind of cake that costs 100,000 more per slice? What a shame. I feel like role-playing as a vendor is a little outside our area of expertise. What kind of person do we both see regularly enough to impersonate convincingly? Fatui? Then it looks like a trick. Let's go give it a try!
Fingers crossed he comes traveling with me.
The Outlanders are having trouble. Feel free to visit the International Trade Association.
I've dealt with Fatui before, but I always end up against those big, stocky guys who are much taller than me. I'm sure I must train just as hard as they do every day, but somehow, I still don't have the muscles to show for it. Maybe I'll start to see the results in a few more... Really? That's very kind. But still, I know that people's trust in me has nothing to do with my size, but if I were taller and bulkier, they'd be able to identify me from behind more easily when charging into battle. That way, our forces wouldn't scatter so easily. As long as I was on the field, they'd be able to follow me. But enough of that. Let's get back to it. Who are you going to roleplay as this time? What? I smell danger! Really? Huh. For a moment there, I could have sworn... No, wait. Behind you! It wasn't my imagination. They really are here. Prepare to engage!
Here to play with me?
Charge!
Over here!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Ha! Ha! Blink!
One with nature.
Advance!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Blink! Inadmissible evidence! Boom boom!
The wind knows her.
How to get me going? Odds reveal the
Press the advantage! Follow my lead! Fall in!
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Everyone on me!
By royal decree!
One with nature. Useless.
Advance! It's all fun and games until the real Fatui show up, huh? That little interruption has really ruined the mood for me. Let's not do any more Fatui impressions. It seems in poor taste after the trouble they caused in Watatsumi Island anyway. Do we have any other options? What do you mean? Isn't this moving a little too fast? Her Excellency advocates slow and steady progress in all things, and cautions against trying to advance too quickly. To clarify, it's not that I'm scared. It's just that I don't know if the I guess you're right. Thanks for your encouragement. It's not like me to shy away from a challenge like, let's do it! Time for a make-or-break training exercise! And we're back. Don't worry, my head's in the game. I am a high-ranking military officer of Watatsumi Island and the General of the Resistance. What? So bring it on! This feels like... Yes, it definitely... no. It's not that you do a bad impression of her. More like... I finally realized it when you were talking to me just now. I think that maybe what I'm really afraid of is her knowing smile. It just makes me feel like all my secrets have nowhere to hide. Like she can just peer in and see them. But it's different with you. I trust you, so I don't feel I need to hide my secrets in the first place. Even when you're imitating the way she speaks, I don't feel afraid. Because we fought side by side in the past, and I know I don't have to have my guard up around you. But it also means that this training won't work. I just have to accept that this is a weakness of mine, as much as it pains me to do so. The thought of having to live with this weakness forever is frustrating. Are you serious? I'd love that. I haven't eaten anything sweet in a long time. Off we go. Let's go buy some cake. All right. The next step is to find somewhere nice and quiet. This is so good. It's certainly a rarity in the camp. It's seen as a luxury item in the ranks of the Resistance. We have special meals on occasion, but even then, it usually means meat and wine. So, thank you for treating me. The only downside with Narukami Island's pastries is that they're such exquisite things, you can't just chow down on them. But as Her Excellency says, a general needs to show patience and restraint. Wow, don't mind if I do. That's so sweet.
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds?
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Could she be plotting something? Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here at Yae Publishing House is to buy some books for Her Excellency. Since Watatsumi Island signed a peace treaty with the shogunate, we've had much closer contact than we did before. I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I've interacted with her a few times before, but I can't say I've never been... I could probably deal with... You're right. Really? Well, in that case, I still have some business to take. They run a monthly mag... Not quite sure. Yae Miko just handed me the latest batch of readers' letters. Let's find a place to write the... Huh. This place looks nice and quiet. Why don't we write the replies here? The sooner I get them finished and handed back to the publisher, the sooner we can go do something else. I just hope I don't have another run-in with, you-know-who at the Yae Publishing House later. Anyway, the writing could take me some time. The questions I receive are often so strange that I have to think long and hard about how to best answer them. Great. Let's write the replies together. I'm actually interested to hear your perspective. Let me see here. Today, a new guy came to our village. He was good-looking and had a lovely voice. When I peeked at him from behind the door, I felt my cheeks getting hotter, and my heart started beating faster and faster. See, I can tell right away that this is exactly the kind of question I'm no good at dealing with. The letter seems to be from a young lady, which is not a demographic where I can... What's your take? Well, I don't know what it's like to be in... I'll reply like this then. It's likely that the feelings you're experiencing right now won't occur many times in your life. I urge you to summon the courage to seize this opportunity and see where it takes you, no matter where that may be. What? Really? But that's how it is in battle, too. Opportunities to seize... I imagine it's the same in love? That's my suggestion, anyway. Come on. My neighbor is always borrowing money from me, but never seems to be able to pay me back on time. I have tried subtly raising the issue in conversation several times, but he always finds a way to... He was kind to me when I was young. I don't want to make things ugly, but the money issue bothers me a lot. Please help me. If this is a dispute between neighbors, it must be settled as soon as possible. The most important thing in military regulations is fairness. It is only right to pay back a debt. I want to suggest that the writer demands their money back in no uncertain terms. Do you think that makes sense? That makes sense too. Giving the neighbor an ultimatum would likely harm the relation, but the letter also makes it clear that no matter how many hints the right... In that case, how about why not ask to borrow some money from your neighbor? Any sum he agrees to lend you can be used to offset the amount he owes. Even if he refuses to lend to you, at least by asking to borrow from him, you are sending him the message that your own financial position is far from optimal, and he will be unlikely to ask you for money again in the near future. I don't know, but it's worth a try. The most important thing is to muster the courage to resist and not give the other person the impression that you're someone they can take advantage of. And we're done with that letter. Hello, I was born on Narukami Island and now... So, this is from one of my troops? Most likely. Before passing any reader's letters on to me, Yai Publishing House has their staff copy each one by hand and redact all names in the process. So I can't be sure who exactly... I couldn't turn a blind eye to the Vision Hunt decree, and my anger drove me to join the resistance. My comrades and I have fought since we achieved our goal and the war came to an end. I've remained on Watatsumi Island. I now don't know whether to stay here or return home. The resistance has treated me well, and I've long been disillusioned by the shogunate. But my hometown tugs constantly. How should I reply to him? Let me think about it. To be blunt, I obviously don't want any soldiers under my command to leave. But if making them stay causes them pain, how are my actions any different from the Vision Hunt decree? I suppose I'll reply... Narukami Island has changed. You should go back and visit. That should do it. I'll be okay. Thanks to you, writing the responses went very smoothly this time. Let's go and...
Great. That's all the replies for this round accounted for. Thank you for all your hard work, Mr. Goro.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to help, so it's only right that I do the best I can. Could I trouble you to come back to Watatsumi Island with me? I want to find that soldier. Not to persuade them to stay, I don't want them to leave without saying goodbye. Kazuha once told me that the bonds between people whose paths have crossed can never be broken, even after they part ways. But maybe I'm scared he might be wrong. People can change quickly, and I worry that the next time I meet my comrade, who fought so bravely alongside me, there will already be some distance between us. Great. Then let's head off whenever you're ready.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
Useless.
Let's try some different seeds.
I told you it would all be for nothing. The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
Well, let's try some different seeds.
I told you it would all be for nothing. Impossible!
General Goro! General Captain!
Not this time. I just thought I'd come by to catch up while everyone
Certainly, General Goro. Anything you want to discuss, we'll share, but we haven't been out of the...
Actually, you see, after the war, Her Excellency streamlined the army and a lot of people were transferred to other duties. Do you still have much contact with each other?
To be honest, not much. We're so busy even with just training and patrolling that it's almost impossible to squeeze in the time to meet up. We have holidays, but we usually use them to go home and spend time with our nearest and dearest, and besides, everyone's vacations come at different times, and our schedules rarely overlap.
Yeah, I'm busy when they're free, and they're busy. Anyway, even if we did manage to meet up, what then? We all do different jobs now, and we all have new friends who aren't mutually.
So that's really how it goes, huh? I know. It's okay. I just...
You know, having said all that, there's something...
Really?
Yes. I feel that no matter how long we're apart, and no matter what... even if we've all changed beyond recognition, we can always...
We're your troops, General Goro. You trained us, you took us into battle, and led the way as we charged against the enemy. Even if we seldom keep in contact now, we are still brothers in arms. If you say the word, we will all pick up our weapons again at a moment's notice. Long live the Resistance!
Yes, that's the way it should be. Long live the Resistance! I won't disturb you any further. You...
Ah, General Goro, you're here. I believe Hiroaki's been hoping to catch you. He's been waiting at... Are you planning to head back?
Tell him I'll be right over. I know what I have... Denjiro is right. No matter what changes the future may bring, we will always have each other's backs. Sure, there may be some awkward silences when we meet again after a long time, but in no time at all, we'd be the best of friends again.
General Goro, I would like to request permission to leave the... I know this may seem very abrupt.
It's all right.
Back then, I had so much hatred for the... Thanks to Miss Hina's encouragement, I was finally able to... Of course, if you disapprove,
Miss Hina?
It's...
Forget it. Never mind her.
General Goro...
Come on. Don't look so down. It's not... If you ever have the time, you should come back and visit Watatsumi Island. No matter where we are...
Yes, General. I'll take my leave then.
Take care. That was... Or should I say... This is how it should be.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt... I created another